All right, Kutan Ramon's House of Math. $250 gets you this kitty cat right here. Gets you a Module 3 password, which now comes with the super duper cool addition course. And you'll say, oh man, I can't even see it. The orange does not show up. Let's see if I can do this better. Oh, that doesn't show up either. Huh. There's a better black pen. There you go. All right, $250. What do you get for $250? Well, you get the Module 3 password. But the Module 3 password gets you into many pages. And I'm going to throw in books and all my books. And 10 hours of, we can call it tutoring, we can call it training. I have a couple of classes now where I teach the moms right along with the children. Moms were having trouble with algebra. Sometimes we take a little 2 minute, 5 minute break, and in 2 or 5 minutes, I'll explain to them something that, like squaring numbers that end in five. I just did. We were doing a lesson on square numbers, which I'm going to do here in a minute, and showed her why it's 225 and why 25 squared is just that's 1 times 2, 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 3, that's the rule, 625. And then if I do 35 squared, the rule is 3 times 4 is 20. Why? If you just know the rule, that's great, but why does that work? And I show you with the blocks. All I'm doing is reshaping a rectangle. And if I get bigger and bigger, where I get to 625, I'm just reshaping a rectangle. From a square to a rectangle. That's all I'm doing here. Anyway, there's lessons on my website about squaring numbers that end in 5, making it easy and fun for your child to learn. $250, you're going to get one password. You're not going to get teacher training. You're not going to get a Module 1 password. You're not going to get the Module 4 password. You're not going to get the algebra course. But you are going to get the addition course. See, what I figured out, talking to a couple of moms and others, is that, let me just put addition. A lot of you have such problems with algebra that you're certainly not going to spend money for a course that you think is going to frustrate you and it's going to be hard because you don't understand that it's going to be fun and we're going to have a fun time doing addition instead. And what I'll do is sneak the algebra in and show you how you can use algebra to teach addition. The way I'm going to show you in just a second how you can use square numbers to teach multiplication, add-ins, all of it. Okay, and the bigger, the funner. But the idea is for $250, and just go to my website. You can't miss it. You go to the contact page. There is no PayPal button. Maybe I'll build a page by Valentine's Day because this is the super duper. Wait. Do I have a red pen? I don't have a red pen. I was gonna put it in red because red is the fastest one to go out. I guess I'll just have to use. I'll use this blue. VD. That one doesn't work either. How about that? That's a little better. VD sale for Valentine's Day. $250. And wait. But wait, there's more. If you get this $250, you get Module 3, and I'll let you take it off the sale price because there's a ongoing sale as I work on page after page. Every time I turn around, I find a page that needs work. You have already paid $250. That means that you have $250 left. So if you decide to give me the other $250 for a total of $500, I will give you module for that extra. For that extra $250. See, this one will just give you Module 3. But for that extra $250, you'll get 1, 2, 4, the algebra course, and all the training. And I'll just put TT for teacher training. Actually, maybe I should put TPT. Teacher parent training. Maybe it should be PTT. Parent teacher training. Anyway, for that extra 250 bucks. So in other words, you'll be able to use it toward the sale price. But this kind of lets you dip your toe, and Module 3 is absolutely most bang for your buck. You get all kind of pages with Module 3. Go over to my website and check out all the pages you get with Module 3. And click the button that says Module 3 on my website, and you'll see all the stuff you get for Module 3. But right now, you get the addition course. And see, I haven't even changed that page because Module 3 should have a big banner on it that says addition. Because you'd be amazed. I am shocked and amazed at how piss poor teachers are at teaching even something as simple as addition. So then the children are confused when it comes to subtraction because they're counting backwards and they lose their place, and that gets stupid and hard. And then multiplication, and then they can't do division, and then they can't do basic operations. So of course they can't do algebra, and of course you failed algebra, and then advanced algebra, whatever that means today, and then pre-calculus, and then calculus is out of the question. And you never did get any statistics, so they can fool you all day long with statistics because you don't understand how they can pad the numbers to make them say whatever they want them to say. But if you understood some mathematics, you could see right through it. Start off with addition, 250 bucks. It's not going to get too terribly much cheaper than that. And as you see, the prices are going up. I talked about Johnny Bravo quite a bit. Let me just talk about JB for a second. Okay, his courses used to be $250 or $200 or $190. They are all now $1,000. You want a Johnny Bravo course? It's $1,000 bucks. Okay, these Johnny Bravo courses are how little boys are traveling across Asia and Japan with no plan on coming back. Because if you have money, do you have to come back? They don't need to come back. I have all their stuff sent to me in boxes. And they can go do what they want, and they don't have rent on Maui or anywhere else. I don't think. They might have rent for a small storage unit or something. The older boy, because he had all his fire equipment and so on. But they are traveling because of Johnny Bravo and spending $1,000. Well, actually, about $1,000 for all of his courses. Okay, and what do his courses teach you how to do? They teach you how to trade. Guess what? The mathematics is coming in awfully handy for my sons right now. And it has allowed them the freedom to do what they want. All right, this is what you want for your children, isn't it? The whole point of raising those two up for those 18 years was so that they could go do what they're doing right now if they wanted to. I would assume that you would want the same for your children. One of the things, they're not children because you're not renting them. Those are your younglings. Those are your offspring. That's your son or your daughter. But turns out children is a legal term. And so is parent. That's also a legal term. You're a mother or a father. A man or a woman. Not a person or one of the other things. But anyway, we're talking math here. But the idea is that for 250 bucks, learning math, that's a super steal. And I'm going to give you some training. Normally, that would be, if you just paid $250, you would get, you wouldn't even get 5 hours of training because training is $60 an hour now. So do the math. You would get 4 hours of training and a $10 tip. $300 is usually the minimum rounds that I do. Oftentimes it's $500, and you basically get $50 an hour if you buy more lessons and pay up front. But the bottom line is $250 wouldn't even get you 10 hours. So if you would like 10 hours of training, all my books, and a Module 3 password, send me $250. Where would I send it? You would send it to Crouton Ramon, and I have a PayPal link on my contact page and all over my page and on the front page and everything, where you just send $250. I'll know what it's for. It's a large operation. No, it's not. It's a one-man operation. Actually, it's not true. It's now I think it's about a three-man operation because I have 2 other people working on optimizing my website for phones and mobile devices, and that's coming. They're actually working on it. And the first thing that you're going to be able to get on that mobile website is the addition course, and I think then the algebra course, and a few other pages. And that's the other thing with Johnny Bravo's pages. You paid $250. You didn't get pictures and words. You got video, 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 video. You didn't hardly get anything else. For my pages, you get some explanation. You get pictures of what other pupils and students have done. and you also get my videos. So, again, for $250, you can dip your toe in. I will give you 10 hours of training, all my books, and Module 2. All right, let's play, or excuse me, Module 3. Let's play with some math, and I'm only going to draw pictures. If you have blocks, better yet. Oh, and by the way, it turns out that you don't just have to use eBay anymore. I think you can go through Anna and I don't know what other channels. Not me, but you can go through other channels and get blocks now, if you're willing to wait and pay through the butt for them. But it doesn't matter anymore because eBay has figured out that you guys will pay $170 for some plastic blocks, and so that's about what you're going to pay. The only reason why I like eBay is because you'll have it in a week or less, and with Mortensen Company, you're still going to be waiting 6 to 8 weeks or however long it takes them. But you're not going to have it, unless you get lucky, you're not going to have it in a week. But anyway, Mortensen Company, again, seems to be selling blocks. Allegedly. All right, so let's start off. We'll just start with this. Okay, this is where we're going to, because this is the other thing. Visualization is important. In fact, I spend probably at least 15 minutes of class now talking about visualization, because visualization is so much more than just mathematics. But here is your 100 square. Here's 100 on this side. I hope you can see. It's 100. We can see it. And on this side, it's just smooth, and that would be an x square. So here's, we name this one 100, 10 by 10. And here is x squared. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw pictures of these. And I don't have, normally I would have a red pen and a blue pen and a green pen. I'm just going to do it in black and white. But you want to visualize this in color in your mind. And this is the thing. I had the mom that I was just working with. She was visualizing along with her children in the background. She says, hey, I got it. I can. And she goes, can I tell you the answer? Of course you can. And she, sign language me the answer so her children didn't see. And what? She saw it in her head. Again, let me just do this fast. If you ask my boys a math question, you'll see them do this. What are they doing? They're looking at blocks in their head. All right, because they've learned this way from when they were little. All right, right there is good. All right, so here is, actually I'll go over here. Here is 100, and I'm going to start at 100. Usually I start at 1, especially with the little children. See, cannot break myself of the habit of using the language that they gave me. And the language that they gave me is slave language. Anyway, your son or your daughter should start probably with this. Just 1. And then build. And pretty soon you get to this thing. I'll skip the 2 square. And we'll go straight to the 3 square. And now I can see, oh look, there's a 3 square. Now if I'm using my imagination, this could be a 3 square. This could be a 9 square. This could be a 100 square. This could be it's a square. So this could be an 11 square. Could be a 12 square. Anyway, but if I just visualize this, not enough. That's just not enough to make it a square. So here I'm going to start with 100. And then we can play over here. This is base 10, and this is going to be base x. All right, so in base x, that thing right there is an x squared. All right, so now I'm going to do this. Oh, what did I do? All right, there's 11 square. What did I just do? Now I can count. 100, that should be blue ones. You should see these guys. And a green one in the corner. That's 121. That's 11 squared. Very easy for the young ones. And no blocks, we're just visualizing. Can you see it in your head? All right. And then if I did this, this would be x plus 1. And what I'd wind up with is x plus 1 squared. And that's, you've got to count everything, x squared plus 2x plus 1. See? Base x, base 10. Turns out base 10 is easier than base x. All right, so let's do 12 square. You could build it with blocks, but I prefer, honestly, that you just sit there and visualize. And then if you can't visualize, draw it. And then if you can't draw it, get the blocks out. But I can look at that and see that it's just 100 4 tens and 4. Any 6-year-old can do that, and I was just doing it with a 6-year-old. And then over here, x plus 2, got to count everything, and now the names have changed, right? It's no longer 100 4 tens and 4, it's an x square 4x and 4. All right, let's keep going. 13 square. Look, we're just going to do this and this. And pretty soon I'm going to get tired of drawing dots, that's for sure. So, oops, that's supposed to be a 3. And what do I have? 169. And over here I have x plus 3 squared. And I'm going to have an x squared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just counting, because that's all mathematics is. 6x, even when we're doing algebra. And 9. And after this I'm getting lazy, because I don't want to draw all those dots. So x plus 4 squared. Let's do this. And see, I can do each one. And I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing this. I'm just going to draw 16. Do you know how many college students say that the square root of 16 is 8? Because they kind of forget about how square roots work. Whereas, oops. Uh-oh. Now we have a, Houston, we have a problem. All right, there you go. Will it do it? It won't. Yeah, I hope I do that. There you go. All right. I'm going to get closer? Yes, I can. Okay. 16 squared. Oh, that's not 16 squared. That's a 16 square. 16 squared would be 10 plus 6 in a square. And we'll get there a long way down here. I may not get there on this presentation, but you could get there by yourself. But can you see that 16 is going to fit in the corner? And that the square root of 16 is just 4. I asked a child today what the square root of a number was, and she looked at her mom and was like, because she didn't know what square root meant. So we had a lesson, a 3-period lesson on square root. That symbol right there means square root. It's got that little thing on there. It means you only count one side. So when I put my 100 under the square root sign, the square root of 100 is just 10. Oh, look, so now we're covering square roots, we're covering multiplication, we're counting, we're adding. Any little child can do this. 5, 6, 7, I've been doing this for 35 years. I know what I'm talking about. Right? This isn't theory. I've done it hundreds of times now with every kind of student you can imagine. All right, let's take x plus 4 squared. Just count everybody. What do we got? We got an x squared. How many x? 8x, because I added 2. And 16 in the corner. Or now I have to add 100, 80, and 16. So this one gave the 6-year-old pause. Because, there was a 10 hiding there. So anyway, it took him a little while to figure out that it was 196. The 10-year-old got it immediately. But the 6-year-old, it takes time. And then after this, they had a hard time. And by the way, this was all in their minds, sitting down with their eyes closed, thinking about it. All right, now it gets a little bigger. Because now we're at 15 squared. I'm going to put 25 in the corner. And now you can shoot off to a lesson on squaring numbers that end in 5. I'm not going to in this case. I've done it numerous times, so I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with this. But I did do a 5-minute lesson with the mom on squaring numbers that ends in 5. Okay, so now 15 squared just is simple. It's an x plus 5 squared, and that's the same thing as an x squared plus 10x. Oh, 10x in this case is the same thing as 100, and 25. So it's really easy to see 2, 2, 5. All right, let's draw another one. 16 squared. Can you see where I'm going? I'm going to go all the way to 20. And when I go all the way to 20, I'm going to wind up, we're going to skip here, and we'll put some dots here. And we're going to go to 20 squared, which is just going to be x plus 10 squared, which works out to still just 1x squared, right? Because we're never going to add x's and get x squared. And then how many would I have there? Well, I'd have 40x and 100, right? A 10 by 10. Oh, excuse me, not 40x. 20x. There you go. 10 here and 10 there. See, got to be able to count. I was thinking 40 because 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, you see my brain in the zeros and so. But see, when you can see it, it clears up very quickly. And that 20 squared is 400. So let's do one in the middle here. Let's do a couple in the middle, and I'll draw one. Let's say let's do 17 squared. But like I said, go from here all the way down. And when you do these and you build them, you're going to find that all the little square numbers, 1, 9, 16, 25, 36, start to appear in the corner. All right, let's make this big so you can see it. There's 100. That's my big red square, supposed to be. Okay, and then I'm going to do 17. And the way I'm going to do 17, I'm going to cheat because I'm not going to draw a 17 line. Just go like that. 17, and then over here, 17. What you got to pretend is that this is a square, because it's not. And then what's going to be over here? What's 7 times 7? Oh, it's 49. There's going to be a square over here. And that square is going to be 49. So we get our square numbers. We get some multiplication and lucky 7 Samson and 7 times 7. And then this is a 70 block. In other words, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, there's, geez. That's why you want the other ones. Because trying to hold 70 of these guys is tough. And then trying to get them to be all in a row nicely, that would be 70 of them there, and 70 of them there, and a big red one here. So 70, 70, and 49 in the corner. All right. Let's see here. So that would be, I'm doing 17. 17 squared would be the same thing as x plus 7 if I said that the x was a 10, or the 10 was an x. And then I have x squared. What do I have? 7 tens there and 7 tens there. That's, well, in this case, if I'm in base x, that would be 7x there and 7x there. So let's not get confused here. I'd have 14x, and then I'd have the 49. Oh, and by the way, if I wanted the square root of this, right? If I wanted the square root of x squared 2x and 1, the square root of that is just going to be x plus 1. And if I wanted the square root of x squared 20x and 100, the square root is going to be x plus 10. If I wanted the square root of x squared 8x and 16, so I had something like this, x squared plus 8x, oops, that's way over here, 16, and I want the square root of that, I know that's just going to be x plus 4 is the square root. If I change this, and I wanted this to be 196, the square root is just going to be 14. One side of the rectangles we just built. Well, that's easy. Like the square roots of this, the easiest part of the whole thing. Because I just got to count one side. So anyway, oh wait, what's my 17 square? Well, my 17 square, see, and now we start doing some math for them. Let's do, or well, they do some math for you, is 100. Do I have to do 70 plus 70? Or can I just say that's the same thing as 140? And then I know 49 in the corner. Oh man, this pen sucks. Where's my good pen? Let's have a nice dark. Oop! Here's a red pen. Is this red? Does this red work? Let's see if it works. It works! Okay. Color coding is important. And then I could do it in blue. And then I don't have a beige pen, but anyway. So, let's do, just for fun, the 100. It's always the 100. There's a big red square over here. Color code this too and make all those x squareds red. And then I do, like I said, I'm going to do 70 and 7. Why don't I just do 140? Well, why don't I just find a pen that writes? That'll be good. 140. And then 49. Here's the action. 4 and 4 is the action. 100. Oops. 200 because it's all right. That and 80 and 0, 9. No action. right? That's it. 17 squared, 289. What if I did a 19 square? Now I'm going to change these numbers. Look, same guys. And now it's 90 over here and 90 over here. I'll make that nicer. There you go. And then this would be 81. This would be 90. There you go. And this is still just your 100. Well, now I got to add up those guys. Do I want to do 90 and 90, or can I just say that's 180? Because I know my add-ins. See? When they're 6, 9, and 9, they still have to think about 18. But when they get older, you don't have to think about it. See, that's why you compound the lessons, and it goes faster and faster. And then this isn't going to be 49, it's going to be 81. What's 8 and 8? 16. And, okay, so then when I do 19 squared, it's super easy. 3, 6, 1. Any little kid can do this. Any little child. Kids, by the way, are baby goats. And baby goats are suitable for sacrifice. Many kids are also suitable for sacrifice. And you're going to find out with USAID where some of that money has been going. But anyway, the idea being is that they're a child. They're a youngling. They're a youngin. In Hawaii, I like it. K is the, Iki is little. Like Kilauea Iki is erupting right now. And that's the little Kilauea, not the big Kilauea. Anyway, Keiki, Keiki, means the littles. And what you have is littles. And littles can do this. This is a lesson. There was a 6-year-old. I've done this lesson with 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Right? I think today it was a 34-year-old was part of the lesson. I'm not sure how old mom is. But anyway, and then the idea being is that, look, it's a compound lesson. We're doing addition. And I'm going fast here because I'm just doing math and a presentation. But if I had little children, it's going to take a little longer. See, can't get my mind to not use those words. If I had a little boy or a little girl doing this, who was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, and I did, it takes longer because they got to count. And the corner over here, 7 sevens, well, that takes a while to count when you're 6. If you don't know your multiplication tables, this lesson is long. If you do know your multiplication tables, this lesson is faster and more compounded. You'd be amazed at how many teenagers have trouble with just the corner, right? Okay, this stuff's easy. 9 tens, 9 tens, 9x, 9x. That stuff's easy to count. Now, many children, when they see this, if I do that again, I'm going to have to shoot myself in the head. Many young students, when they see this, they get a little annoyed because, really, that's it? It's that easy? Yeah, it's that easy. Yeah, squaring numbers. Because you'd be amazed at how many will make this mistake when I say, hey, what's x plus 3 squared? They'll say, oh, that's easy. It's x squared plus 9. What happened to the 6x? Because they don't have a picture in their mind. They can't see this. They count this and this, but they don't count this and this. So you avoid the problems in the first place. All right. Look at all that algebra. Oh, look, we do all this. Any little kid can do this. Any little child can do this. It's easy, fun. And this is just kind of drill work. We're not even solving problems or doing problem solving. We're just using algebra to teach add-ins, multiplication. Simple. Square roots. How to add numbers together over and over again. Because the other way you could do this is 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, 12 times. And the same thing when we get the smaller numbers in the corner, when we count them. A lot of times, some of the techniques are skip counting, if they don't know their nines. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, right? Okay, because they have to be able to count their nines to make the corner. And then they have to be able to do some addition, see, and they'll find very quickly algebra is easier than base 10 because look, over here it's an x squared, 10x, and 25. Over here I got to add everything together and get 225. Okay, this is just one of the things you'll get with a Module 3 password. $250. That gets you Module 3 only. I'm going to throw in my books, of course, and I'm going to give you 10 hours. So you get books. Look, I got red. 10 hours. Like I said, if you're just doing tutoring, this is a super duper sale. But this is for, look, I got red now. Valentine's Day sale. $250. One module 3 password. You get mod 3 for $250. 10 hours, the books, and the super duper spiffy edition course just got finished. So the edition course is part of that. But there's so much more than just the addition course. You get problem solving, you get algebra, you get subtraction, of course, you get division, of course, you get all manner of passwords. Go click the module 3 button. You'll look on my website and you see on the side there's all the buttons. Find module 3, click it, and read about what you get in module 3. And I'm giving it to you for $250. Okay. Sale will end, I think, probably Sunday. When's Valentine's Day? I don't know when Valentine's Day is. It's coming up. Today is, what's today? Today is the, I don't know what day it is, ever. It is the 12th. So Valentine's Day is in 2 days. So that means it's Friday. So Saturday, Sunday will be the end of the sale. But this is your Valentine's Day sale, $250. Take advantage of it. And then we can set up and do algebra courses or whatever you want to do. Addition, if you want to learn and you're a mom, those 10 hours, we can use it for training. If you have students, if you have 3 or 4 students, better yet, you can group them together and I'll do lessons there. If you just have one child, I can do 10 hours of tutoring for $250. And you get the module 3 password, and you get the addition course, and I'll give you all my books: addition, curious counters, compendium, subtraction, divinely non-difficult division, and of course the wildly wondrous workbooks, which I'm really pleased with, and a lot of the feedback is coming back good. So I'm happy because the workbooks are not like regular workbooks. There's multiple choices that could be correct, and you talk about math instead of just a right answer. Anyway, $250. I'll talk to you guys soon. Check out Crouton Ramon's houseofmath.com, and soon CroutonRamonformath.com is going to be live. Right now it's under construction, and so is my website. It's all under construction. But for $250, there is a whole lot of value that you can get at that price, and the price is eventually going up. So take advantage of it now. Like I said, nobody believes Johnny Bravo. Apparently nobody believes me. But the price is going to go up. All right. Happy Valentine's Day early, in case I don't make another video between now and then. Check out Crouton Ramon's houseofmath.com for more. And have a lovely day.